Hello everyone and welcome to Infinox Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for Infinox on Wednesday the 14th of July. Now there was a key surprise to the upside on the US inflation data yesterday. There was a big jump in US dollar as Treasury yields also pulled higher, and that move on the dollar has certainly affected through Forex majors. But are there signs that some of these Forex pairs are starting to show a little bit of a recovery? I've got a couple of charts for cable and the Kiwi today that suggest maybe there is signs of a near-term turnaround. You've had the Reserve Bank of New Zealand out overnight, which has now stopped or is going to stop its asset purchases from next week. And that is interesting because that's driven a Kiwi rally. Also, sterling has rallied on the back of higher than expected UK inflation today. So there are signs potentially that there is a little bit of a near-term turnaround where the dollar strength may not last, especially against these pairs anyway. We're also looking out for the congressional testimony by Fed Chair Jerome Powell today in the wake of that inflation data yesterday from the US. There'll be big questions for him to answer with regarding to how transitory this inflation that the US is facing is going to be. So don't forget, at the end of the chart, at the end of the video, there are these Infinox support and resistance table for your trading levels. Now, the charts we're looking at for today, as I said, cable, little rally that we're seeing this morning in the back of this UK inflation data off the key support at 38 big figure. But are we looking at a continuation of the move? And also the Kiwi dollar as well. This Reserve Bank of New Zealand move has driven a Kiwi strength this morning. Again, is there a near-term rally going on? And finally, we're looking out for the gold chart as well. That big inflation jump in the US certainly has helped to support gold, and the gold chart is now starting to push through a key resistance, but can it continue? So let's have a look at these charts. So on these Infinox MT5 charts now, we can see that cable has pulled higher this morning. Again, look at that interesting support. 38 big figure seems to be still holding. I've been talking about this recently where you've got this big band of support, 36.70, effectively up towards 38 figure, where this rectangle is highlighting the support. And we can see that the market has started to pick up. You've got a slight improvement going through this RSI momentum. But if you look here on the MACD lines, MACD lines are actually starting to turn higher, and that is a buy signal where the bars are above the line. That is a near-term buy signal, could suggest that we are starting to look at a potential recovery on a near-term basis. And if I zoom in one more level, I think that there is a key, obviously, resistance around the midpoint of the long range, around 140 big figure, and I think that key resistance there at 139.10 on a near-term basis, key resistance could be tested now. If you look on the 4-hour chart, again, we're starting to show more of a positive configuration where the RSI is certainly not moving back towards the 30s or the or below 40 anymore. It's starting to pick up again, so it could be suggesting certainly pressure towards that 39.10 mark, and if you can get through that, you're looking at 140 big figure as a near-term recovery. But I'd still say that you're likely to remain underneath 40 big figure going forward. And for the New Zealand dollar as well, again, picking up this morning in the wake of that RBNZ move, and the key support band around that 69.50 area down towards 69.25, picking up this morning. And you can see again a slight improving sign through that RSI momentum. Nothing decisive, but certainly the RSI being at its highest since month and a half, about 6 weeks. And certainly that is suggesting in a near-term improvement. And if you go to the 4-hour chart, sorry, let me just sort that out. 4-hour chart, you can see that we're actually in a ranging period on this Kiwi, and starting to pick up through the 4-hour RSI. So an improvement we've seen this morning above that 70.10 mark of near-term resistance. And that suggests we're sort of moving into the upper reaches of this band, and you could see sort of a move towards 70.90 area of resistance, I think, in due course. And finally, on that gold chart, well, we've seen the gold chart struggling in the last few days. The strength of the rally has just been starting to peter out, but that US inflation data, the market reacted positively yesterday. The dollar strengthened, but also inflation helps the gold chart as well. So a bit of a battle going on there as to which way gold would move. But certainly this morning, it looks like gold is pushing higher. and that RSI is now back above 50, which is encouraging. But you look at here on the hourly chart, we're habitually now above 50 on the 4-hour RSI and starting to pull through and to test the resistance. Now, closing above 1810 is an improvement. And the resistance here at 1818, obviously that would be a key level if you could move through that on gold chart. But as I said, this needs to be continuing the recovery. If I go back here, we need to see the RSI on the 4-hour chart above the 60 mark. It's not quite doing that yet. It really needs to break through that 1818 resistance, and then you can start to think about. Let's go back to the daily chart. Then you can start to think about testing through the 1825 level. But certainly the improvement in gold is still there for this chart. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Friday where I'll be digesting the BOJ and looking ahead to the US consumer data. So I'll leave you with the Infinox support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.